Aloha Kako, I'm Chef Gooch and you're watching KTA Kitchens. Mother's Day brings a lot of sense of conviviality. It brings people together. It's always a good time. One thing I learned in my time in New York City was what was called Sunday sauce. Italian American mothers and grandmothers, right before they went to church on a Sunday, they'd make this really rich, hearty sauce with pasta. You got meatballs, Italian sausage, pork chops, all that kind of goes in, simmers. Off you go, and when you come back, get good grinds. We have onion, about 10 cloves of garlic that's been minced, 1 small carrot, extra virgin olive oil. Don't forget you need your herbs. You also got your spices, red pepper flakes and bay leaf. You have thyme and oregano. You also need wine, some really good wine. They're very important in your meats. You got your meatballs, your pork chops, your hot Italian sausage. And then you got your whole canned tomatoes. I like to take whole canned tomatoes and crush them up by hand. It kind of gives a really nice texture, kind of, real hearty, meaty, kind of sinks it in there. And then you also really need your pasta. Any type of pasta will do. I like my thicker shapes, some penne, rigatoni, even fusilli like that. Cook it according to the box, al dente. And then to finish, you need some really good fresh grated pecorino and cracked pepper. So let's get started on our meatballs. First off, we have 6 slices of white bread. Any old white bread, just tear it up, throw it in a bowl. You add 1 cup of milk. I like to do that first. Let the milk kind of soak into the bread. Then we have 2 pounds of lean ground beef. Local is best. Minced garlic, onions, some fresh chopped parsley, pecorino or Parmesan cheese, fresh chopped either pine nuts or mac nuts, whatever you prefer, salt and pepper, and 4 large eggs. So once you've had the milk and the bread soaking for a little bit, you're just gonna basically get everything, throw it into the bowl, mix it up, and there you go. Bread, beef, your eggs. Another great time to get interactive and have your kids do it. At this point, pass it off to your young boy. Go do something else. Get in there, mix it. Off to the side over here, I've got a saute pan that's kind of sitting around getting hot, because one thing that we forget to do a lot of the times is when we make meatballs, we make things like this, we forget to figure out how it tastes. So in kitchen vernacular, we call it making a test. You always want to make a test. You always want to test it, see how it tastes, adjust it if need be. You want to incorporate it well at this point. Go ahead and mix it up, really agitate it. Let all those ingredients kind of come together. Get happy. Just like that. Egg and the bread, all of that kind of just comes together. So it starts to look like a single homogeneous mass. Just like that. Oh, big word. Okay, so once it looks like this, it's kind of all come together. We'll see how it tastes. A hot pan, a little bit of olive oil. You just gotta take a little bit, just a little piece. And cook it all the way through. Remember, now recipes are a guideline. It's a basis for something that you do. So you can go ahead and season meatball with whatever you like. You got some shoyu, put some shoyu. You want it spicier, add some chili pepper. It's all up to you. This recipe is just a guide to help you get from A to Z. So at this point, nice and brown, flip it over. I'm just gonna cook it all the way through. I just wanna know how it tastes. Is there enough salt? Is there enough pepper? Do I want to add anything else? We'll find out. Let's see how it tastes. Hot. Tastes good. It's hot. Like it. all the flavors come through, the garlic, salt, the pepper. I actually want a little bit more black pepper. And this is why it's important to make a test. Without testing it, I don't know what it tastes like. Mix it up. And there you go, ready to roll. Let's get the rest of our dish together. So to get our sauce going, what we did first is got a nice heavy pot, got it hot, add our olive oil, then we put in our onions and we garlic. As soon as I add my onions and garlic to a hot pot, I always add a pinch of salt. Salt helps to draw out the moisture, it gets a good seasoning going. And in a separate pan over here, I got it ripping hot. You can start to see a little bit of smoke. And I'm gonna brown my pork chops. Always remember you wanna season. Season it with salt. That's how you get a nice good browning going on your chops there. So I'm doing two things at once. While this is browning, got my sauce. Now as soon as I start to see a little bit of color, the onions, they start to turn a little translucent. That's how you know you got it going on. From there, you can go ahead and get out your wine. And at this point, we're gonna let it reduce down by about half. It's gonna take me about 5 minutes. Check my chops. A little bit more color. That color, that's all flavor. You got good flavor. Yeah. Okay? Sunday sauce isn't fussy. It's supposed to be simple. Something you can get going, get everything in the pot, go to church, go mow the lawn, go do whatever it is you gotta do. So after a couple minutes, we're starting to get some nice color here, yeah? A little bit of brown. Over here can be a little bit nicer. Move back down. There you go, color. That's all flavor right there. So once our red wine is reduced by about half, we can go ahead and get everything else on. We can add our carrots, our bay leaf and red pepper flakes, our herbs, our hand-crushed tomatoes, and finally we're going to put in the rest of our meat, get that going. We got our pork chops. Put that right inside. At this point we can take the rest. We take our sausages, meatballs, kind of nestle that in there. Bring your fire down. At this point, bring it down to a simmer. The definition of a simmer is a lazy bubble. And that's all there is to it. We'll come back in about an hour and we'll see what we got. So now we have it. Sauce has been going for a few hours. Pasta's cooked. It all comes together. You've got all the tools to really impress mom on this very special Mother's Day. Give her a couple bottles of wine while you're at it. Beefy, easy, homey, that's all you need. So once again, I'm Chef Gooch, and I want to mahalo you for watching KTA Kitchens.